Alistair, were you covered?
I know what happened. The murderers in the sewers were targeting a boy by the name of Cedric Rivers. Last name leaves no room for doubt. Bastard child, just like those the Queen is hunting down. But the assassins also killed whoever else was in the hideout at that time. That's how Gawain fell victim to them.
How can this dreadful been allowed to happen?
Valar murdered my brother.
You believe your half-brother murdered Gawain? But Sir Desmond seems to suspect the bandits living in the sewers.
He is correct. However, the bandits were just pawns. I have the proof right here. Valar is behind it all. This letter explains everything. It is he who ordered the assassination. Signed it, own hand.
I do not understand. Why would he do such a thing?
Reading between the lines of this, it appears that he acted on behalf of the Queen. Look at what's written here. See that you do not leave any witness. He must have known that Gawain would be with Cedric. Valar was trying to capture my brother after all. This was an ideal opportunity for him. Didn't leave him any chance of clearing his name.
You believe he acted out of revenge?
Obviously. He wants to wipe out the Sarwiks and take control of Rivers. Valar used this opportunity to get rid of him. One less obstacle in the way of his conquest. He is now assured that he will become head of House Sarwick, being both my sister's husband, my father's only descendant.
What are you planning to do?
Gawain was my brother. I can't just let that bastard Valar destroy my family. He will pay with his blood. I'll never let that wretch take the ancestral lands of House Sarwick. I already have this letter which proves his involvement in the sewer murders. I have to find out what it is that links these murders and expose Valar's treachery. Once the people learn of his treachery, the Queen will have no choice but to sever her ties with him.
You are right. The answer probably lies with the bastards that the Queen is hunting down.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, if you think about it, isn't that what all these murders have in common? All the victims were bastards. In fact, you helped track one of them down yourself, didn't you?
This bastard child was related to an enemy of the Queen. Both are dead, on her orders.
Indeed. But I think that the hounding of the bastards hides more than a simple plot. After all, why did she have to call on you? If these targets really were enemies of why didn't she send the gold cloaks?
Indeed. Chose an inconspicuous method every time.
Wish for this matter to be made public.
These bastards are not chosen at random. Valar himself is one. He's not worried. So there must be some other link between them. What? My finger on it.
I might have a lead on this. One of my contacts at court passed a letter on to me. It's from Lord John Arryn himself, the King's Hand. He sent it to the Red Keep sometime before his death. It was meant for Grand Maester Pycelle, who sits on the Royal Council.
You claim he wrote a letter just 2 weeks before his death. But what did it say?
Well, John Arryn asked the Grand Maester to consult a book on the lineages of the Seven Kingdoms. And this came after he was seen in the company of Stannis Baratheon, visiting various dens of... If you're unfamiliar with these two men, they have long-established reputations of unfailing virtue. Normally, neither of them would ever frequent that kind of establishment. After a little investigating, I learned that the Hand had visited half a dozen bastards that day, one of whom was the potter that you and Sir Valar killed. In light of all these pieces of information, I've some doubts that John Arryn's death was the cause.
You think that because he was walking about town and consulting some tome on lineage, that someone had the Hand of the King assassinated?
Think about it. If John Arryn discovered something about those bastards, someone powerful didn't want him to know. I have a feeling that this book on lineages holds the key to this mystery. And I've sent word to a man capable of shedding light on all of that. He's a Maester of the Citadel called Rupert. He's also an expert in ancient texts, and it just so happens that he has worked on the book. I do not know him personally, but he has agreed to meet with us. He was asked to bring a copy of the tomb.
Why call on this?
Grandmeister Peiser, loyal servant. It would be highly contact. However, there is still one concern to a payment.
How much is he asking for?
That's the problem. He does not seek money. If he did, this matter would already be settled. He wants a particular settlement, but he refuses to explain himself in writing. He would rather discuss this in...
Fine. I will meet with him. Where can I find him?
The meeting has been arranged near an illegal arena, hidden in the sewers. I sincerely hope he will give us the help we need. I've already taken the liberty of sending Sir Desmond there, as he knows these parts well. He will be able to come to your aid if something goes wrong.
Thank you, Lord.
Maester Rupert, here is the man I was speaking of. Sir Alistair Sarwick.
It's an honor, sir. Now that your friend is here, let us get straight to the point. I understand that one of my books has piqued your interest?
Indeed, Maester. The book on the lineages of the Seven Kingdoms. You have brought it with you, haven't you?
Don't get ahead of yourself. You'll get the book, but only once you've paid me the price I ask.
What is your price, then?
The price is my life. You have no doubt heard of the secret fights organized in this arena. Well, I've gotten myself into a bit of a debt there.
What kind of debt?
The kind of bet I'll never be able to fully repay. I wagered with the owner of this ring a life of servitude against all his riches. And I lost. As is traditional for merchants of the free cities, Ossifer is proclaiming to everyone that I'm his slave. He left me only one way out. If I want to be free again, I have to defeat his champion in the arena. The problem is that his champion is a savage warrior who goes by the name of Eric. They say he can crush the skulls of his enemies with his bare hands.
I see. You clearly stand no chance against him.
Exactly. But Ossifer never said I couldn't appoint a man to fight for me. Unfortunately, I don't know of anyone in King's Landing who could possibly defeat such a brute.
Now I understand why you have turned to us.
Yes, I'm sure it's quite obvious. I think you stand a much better chance in this arena than me.
Maybe. It's just that I don't typically put on a show in illegal fights.
Sir Alistair, a man must sometimes take the darker path that will lead him to the light of justice. Come on. This book would allow you to see exactly what the Queen fears so much. Bring down Valar at the same time.
Fine. I will do whatever is necessary to avenge Gawain's death.
Wonderful. You're a lifesaver, sir.
You know full well that I am not doing this for you, Robert.
No matter. It all amounts to the same thing for me. Leave me a moment. I need to formalize everything with Ossifer. There he is, Ossifer. That man right there is my champion.
Oh, I really didn't think you'd manage to talk some poor bastard into this. Welcome, sir. So, you're willing to risk your life for this ass of a man? I hope you know what you're doing.
So you'll keep your word, eh? If he defeats your champion, my debt is no more.
Yes, we both know that will never happen. Erok is undefeated. As you have chosen to die in the arena, you'll need a fighting name. How do you wish to be introduced to the crowd?
I'll be known as the Red Demon.
The Red Demon, eh? Yeah, it's mysterious enough that people will start wondering. It'll be great for the wagering. Take the door on the left and prepare yourself down there. Then speak to the guard when you're ready. He'll give me the signal and open the gate for you. Better say your prayers. My champion, Erok, comes straight out of the wild lands beyond the wall. That's for you, Rupert. Remember, your champion dies today. Your family will join you in your life of servitude, as agreed.
Fight is going to start any time now. Ask me what you'd like to learn.
Does this giant have some sort of flaw I can take advantage of?
They say that once he bleeds, it doesn't stop. Cut him and he'll continue to weaken as the fight drags. Do you hear that? This is it. Time for your duel.
A flame will soon be extinguished.
Are you ready?
Open the gate. Let's get this over with.
Prepare to be amazed! Tonight, we are lucky enough to be witnessing some unexpected entertainments. For your pleasure tonight, a stranger decided to step up into our arena. Please welcome the Red Demon! He's going up against a warrior who has fought and killed more than 12 men. You all know who I'm talking about. Here is Erok. Wild lands that lie beyond the wall. Only one of these warriors will leave this arena victorious? Which will it be? I hope you have all placed your wagers. Let the fight commence!
You should be proud, Sir Alistair. That was a fight to remember.
Oh, wonderful! You just saved my life.
Damn! You killed one of my best men! But by the seven, was this show worth it?
Reminds me of the good old days. The time of the great Lucifer the Unvanquished. What a fight!
I was not fighting for mere glory. The book, Rupert.
Here you go. You deserved it. You're an excellent fighter. If you ever fight in these parts again, must send me word.
Let us return to my lord's residence, Sir Alistair. You'll feel more at ease.
You go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
Very well. Here, take this key. It'll let you access the basement of the courtyard. I made good use of it at times, when my lord sent me down here to recruit fighters. Be safe, and return to us soon.
Come back anytime, my friend. This arena will always welcome you. You will soon make a name for yourself, and a fortune. Just let me find a new champion first. It's going to take a while, so feel free to take a look around town
Sir Alistair, Desmond was just telling me of your adventures. Congratulations on your victory.
Would that I didn't have to fight, but at least we have the book.
Get the book out. We must start our research without delay. I don't... What could John Arryn have possibly found in this book?
Indeed, I also cannot see what secret this book could hold. Wait! Go back!
What did you see?
Maybe I'm mistaken, but the bastard that I hunted down with Valar, he had dark hair and blue eyes. When I talked to the city watchguards after the sewer murder, they told me that the victim, Cedric, was also dark-haired. All births from the marriages between Baratheons and Lannisters have this in common. Raven hair prevails over golden. Of course. Now I know what John Arryn discovered. Children.
What are you talking about?
We have been researching the bastard line when we should be looking at the legitimate children. Cersei is a Lannister and Robert is a Baratheon. Their children should have dark hair and blue eyes, as is written in the book. It has always been so. And yet, they are blonde. The royal children are illegitimate. This is what John Arryn discovered.
By the Seven! But then, the bastards that the damned queen is hunting down.
They are the only true descendants of King Robert Baratheon. That's why the Queen wants them dead. The law's light. Queen even involved me in this treachery.
Didn't hesitate to execute the bastard children of that fool, Robert. Adultery a secret. Everything she does so to serve herself. Her people might well die, and on her orders too. Necessary.
Valar being her little pet only makes matters worse. This news makes the race to control Riverspring even more dire. The future of my people is at stake, and the only reason Valar desires the lands are power and vengeance.
No doubt Cersei finds watching her catspaw groom himself in her image an amusing distraction. It's time we did something. If not, your lands, and perhaps the realm, may never recover from this.
I agree with you. This is the Queen we're talking about. Surely our hands are tied when it comes to her.
I understand your fear. But we don't stand alone, Sir Alistair. I think it's time I confided in you on certain matters. As you know, my friend, the usurper, claimed the Iron Throne just after your departure, 15 years ago. From that moment on, he never gave a second thought to the people. The Queen took advantage of this and ended up assuming the real power through her numerous schemes. Your father and I quickly realized that no good could come of this monarchy. Nothing like this would ever have happened during the times of the Targaryen rule. Under their aegis, the kingdom was more prosperous, untroubled, and governed in a much fairer way than with Robert Baratheon and his damned Queen Lannister.
The Targaryen dynasty did reign for almost 300 years, but disappeared, along with the whole bloodline 15 years ago.
You are mistaken. The bloodline has not yet come to end. There still remain heirs in the north as well as the east. It would be 1,000 times better if they took the reins of the kingdom. Your father and I were convinced of it. And in time, we came to understand that we weren't the only ones disappointed in the usurper. Many others were of the same opinion. Lords, as well as ordinary men. Gradually, we became a group and realized that by joining forces, we could perhaps bring about change. Our cause continued to spread. Our plans had time to evolve, and today, this group has become a true brotherhood, both powerful and ubiquitous. Alistair, I wish for you to join the brotherhood. We share the same goals. Together, we will avenge the death of you. Together, we may be able to save Riverspring by bringing back the Targaryen.
Do you realize that if something goes wrong, we lose everything? We'll be tried and executed.
It's a risk that your father and I were willing to take. To us, This cause was more important than our own lives.
And so, what is your plan?
We'll start with what we've discovered today, and use it to destroy Valar, as well as the Queen's influence. Once the king learns of their conspiring, he will have them executed. This will be the first step in our overthrowing him. Action will spark a revolt. If the revolt catches on, we'll take this opportunity to rally the people and the various lords of the Seven Kingdoms. While they kill each other, we'll be building strength.
Very well. So let us send ravens throughout the kingdom to spread the news.
Let us not be. The Queen has powerful allies. This attack needs to be decisive. If we show our hand too soon, the game will be lost forever. Besides, our goal is not to create anarchy. I still need time to arrange the succession to the... In the meantime, let us gather all the evidence we can find to ensure the widest support possible. What we have now is guilt-edged information, but it lacks the substance it needs to really drive the point home at the moment.
Where else do you think we can find further evidence?
Your father and I always believed that the best way to manipulate the situation was to sow discord among the royal couple. Today's discovery is the result of all our hard work. Your father compiled a list detailing all of Valar's abuses of power on behalf of the Queen. He believed that driving a wedge between her and the king was ripe for exploiting.
Father always understood the true nature of Valar.
Reinhald sent me a letter revealing some important facts. He wished to speak to me in person. I think he wanted me to know about his findings, and that they are still somewhere in Riverspring. You'll recognize the documents I speak of by the Targaryen dragon inscribed along the bottom of each page. They will no doubt be in... The Brotherhood uses its own language in case our documents fall into the wrong hands.
That's good to know.
I must leave the task of finding it up to you. Valar is after a woman who is of great importance to me. I've made the necessary arrangements regarding this matter, and I need to return to Castlewood in order to manage this operation. My stay at King's Landing lasted longer than expected.
I know this woman. Her name is Jane Greystone. I was supposed to help Valar look for her and bring her back to the Queen. Dead.
I see. Know then, for our Brotherhood, this young girl is perhaps the only solution to the woes of the kingdom. We will speak of this again once you find your father's document.
What about Valar?
Don't concern yourself with him. One of my spies has infiltrated his gang. I am told his every...
Very well. We'll meet again at Castlewood once I get hold of my father's findings. Good luck, my lord.
I wish you luck too, my friend. And don't forget, those documents are of the utmost importance.
Red Demon! I knew I'd see you again. They always come back. You want to fight again, am I right?
There's nothing like a good fight to make you forget your troubles.
Couldn't agree more. Everyone remembers your feats against Erok. Besides, it's good for business.
Well, so much the better. I wasn't planning on fighting just for the fame.
Indeed. You will be handsomely rewarded for the show, like all the other fighters here.
How much?
For now, I'll offer you more than 12 silver stags if you take down your opponent. The more fights you win, the greater the reward.
Agreed. Who will be my foeman this time around?
I cannot say, sorry. There's a surprise waiting for you this time around. Why? Are you afraid? You no longer want to fight?
Tell my foeman, whoever he is, that I will face him.
Perfect. Now ready yourself down below. You'll fight soon enough.
Are you ready?
Open this gate so we can get it over with.
Very well, my lord.
The law protect me.
Greetings, lovers of shows, blood, and the two together. Fortune is on our side once again. For your enjoyment, a valiant fighter has returned to the ring. All hail the Red Demon, who defeated the famous Eric. You have seen how strong he is. No ordinary fight would do honor to his talent. So, the man in front of you will face Ronald Rubek and his two brothers. Eric Spain will fight this incredible trio of killers.
What?
And that isn't all. One of their weapons will be coated with a lethal poison. The worse his wounds, the more effective the poison will be. He had better guess quickly which of the three has the poisoned weapon and kill him as fast as he can. Otherwise, he'll die.
Ossifer, you're mad. That wasn't the plan.
But that's what makes a good show, my friend. The unexpected.
The flame protect me.
Incredible! Only one of the Rubek brothers still stands! Incredible! Astounding! He has beaten the Rubek brothers! Despite the poison, he won! Behold, Red Demon, the son of the warrior! The Red Demon is only moments away from victory.
Ossifer, you've gone too far, and you will regret it.
The warrior defend me. Calm down, dear boy.
Calm down. Did you think your act was funny? You'll pay for having used me like that.
Wait. The crowd is chanting your name. The fight brought in lots of coin. Here you are. Here's your reward. And a bit extra for the unpleasant surprise.
I won't settle for a bit extra. Give me half the takings for the fight.
Half?
You don't really have much choice.
Fine, all right. Half. That's fair. Now, calm yourself. If the people find out what's going on, this show will turn into a mummer's farce.
Try that again with me. There shall be no show at all.
All right, you have my word. No more games like this. Here you are. Here's the coin. You really drive a hard bargain, eh? You want to fight again? You can do so right now if you wish.
I'd prefer to.
Perfect. Now that your name is on everyone's lips, the wagers are coming in thick and fast. There's no need to complicate the show. Coin will come raining in.
Very good. Tell me who my opponent is.
You will face Sir Simon, a knight from the Reach, who also likes competition.
Ah, finally. Someone with real military training. That will make for a more interesting fight.
Indeed. And I've introduced a new rule. Now on, when a man strikes his opponent down, it's up to him to decide whether to spare his foe or finish him off. The crowd can shout as it wishes, of course, but it's up to the victor to decide. Isn't that generous? You see, I have a heart too.
Of course. I never doubted. And how much will I get if I win this time?
I'll give you 40 silver stags if you win. That's quite fair. So, is it agreed?
Tell this Simon that I will fight him.
Excellent. Go and ready yourself. You'll fight soon enough.
My lord!
Oh, it's you, Maester Rupert. What are you doing here?
Well, as always, I like a wager. Fights are my great passion, you know. By the way, I saw you fight the Rubik brothers. Congratulations. It was a fine victory.
Thank you.
Listen, I've got something to offer you regarding the wagers. A means of earning some coin easily.
I'm listening.
As you know, fighters aren't allowed to place wagers. But I, on the other hand, am. So my suggestion is that we join forces to make some easy coin. All I would do is place wagers for you, my lord. Allow me to explain. There are a few key rules to follow. Firstly, we can wager 10 or 20 silver stags, depending upon the risk we want to take. This is the limit set by Ossifer and is paid in advance. Next, your odds will rise or fall based on whether you win or lose. They will either be favorable or not. For example, suppose that your odds are 2 to 1. In that case, they are in your favor. If I wager 20 silver coins on you and you win, I'll leave with 30 coins. As the odds were 2 to 1 in your favor, I would have won half of my stake by betting on you. That's 10 coins. On the other hand, if I wager those 20 coins on your opponent and you lose, I'll leave with 40 coins and I'd win double my stake. Do you follow?
Yes, I think so. When the odds are in my favor, a winning bet on my foeman would bring in more coin.
Exactly. As long as you won't get too upset at losing, of course. Well, as you know, my coffers aren't exactly overflowing at the moment. I love to gamble, but it can't be done with empty pockets. On the other hand, if you were to decide to entrust your coin to me, I could place wagers on you or your opponent for every fight. That way, if your odds look good and I put money on your opponent, then if you were unfortunate enough to lose the fight, well, you would make a small fortune thanks to the money I would have wagered for you.
Wait, you're telling me I can make coin by deliberately lying down during the fight?
Exactly. Just be careful that no one realizes you're cheating. Otherwise, your fate would be sealed. A heavy fight often goes hand in hand with heavy injuries. Do you follow?
But whether I cheat or not, there's a good chance my opponent will kill me if I lose.
That's my last point. The crowd. Since Ossifer lets them voice their desire, the fighter's reputation changes based on whether or not he satisfies their wishes. There's no risk if the crowd loves you. In that case, unless your opponent holds a genuine grudge against you, he will do what the crowd wants in order to keep up a good reputation. And to please the crowd, all you have to do is give them what they want, as often as you can, both in terms of fighting and drinks. A round of drinks for everyone will surely get the people on your side. But don't take it for granted. Of course, no one must realize that you are losing on purpose. That's it. Finally, I'd recommend you go talk to your opponent before each fight to know who you're dealing with. Do you understand how it works, or do you want me to go over it again?
Yes, I think I understand.
Good. In sum, the odds are in your favor right now. The crowd loves you, and your opponent is known for honor. So, you want to gamble or not?
I'll do it.
Who do you want to back in this fight?
Back me. There's no question of me losing or lying down.
As you wish. How much do you want to gamble? The minimum is 10 stags, the maximum is 20.
Wager these 20 silver stags. Might as well make the most of it.
Good. I'll take care of placing the wagers. I'll obviously take a cut if this reaps rewards. It's in return for my services. Good luck, my lord. Come and see me after your fight.
Are you ready?
Open this gate so we can get it over with.
Very well, my lord.
The law protect me.
Those who love the thrill of the fight, listen to me. The gods honor us right now with a show fit for a king. Two men with nothing left to prove are going to fight for your enjoyment. Allow me to introduce Sir Simon, the valiant knight of Highgarden, and his mighty warhammer. Facing him, we have Red Demon, who beat Eric and the Rubeck brothers against all the odds. The odds are 2 to 1 in favor of Red Demon. I hope you've placed your wagers. Of these two champions, only one will emerge victorious from the duel. And it will be for you, the people, to tell the victor whether the other should live or die. The Red Demon is only moments away from victory. Incredible! Red Demon has beaten Sir Simon! What say you, my friend? Should we spare the defeated?
Let him live! Let him live!
And what does the victor think?
This man wanted to fight me. Let him pay the price. Join your ancestors.
Boo!
So, Maester, how did the wagers go?
They bore fruit, of course. Here's your share.
Once again, superb fighting. For a moment, I thought that the great Lucifer had returned.
Who?
Lucifer, the greatest fighter this ring has ever known. He won so many times that no one else wanted to fight him. He then left for the free cities.
Well, thank you. Where's my reward?
Here it is. Well, I hope to see you fight again before long.
Aha! Red Demon!
Can you hear Fane calling out to you?
Yes, I've more to prove here.
Good. I know just the warrior who wants to see how he measures up to you.
And who would that be?
A man who has fighting in his blood. His name is Baird, and he already has a number of fine victories. The crowd likes him. However, I ought to warn you, he's a very strong opponent. I doubt that you'll succeed in beating him today. Well, with the skill you've shown so far in the ring, I can honestly say that you don't stand a chance at all. Train some more before you face him.
How much is the reward this time?
Win, and I'll give you about 80 silver stags. But again, I doubt that will happen unless you work on your skills. Do you agree?
You'd better start getting my coin ready.
Oh, you're a confident one. Ready yourself down below. You'll be fighting soon enough.
What do you want, my lord?
Tell me what my odds look like, Maester.
The odds are 3-1 in your favor. For the time being, it's more tempting to back your opponent. Can I do anything else for you?
I'd like you to wager for me.
With pleasure, my lord. Who do you want to back in this fight?
Back me. No question of me losing or lying down.
As you wish. How much do you want to gamble? The minimum is 10 stags, the maximum is 20.
Wager these 20 silver stags. Might as well make the most of it.
Good. I'll take care of placing the wagers. I'll obviously take a cut if this reaps rewards. It's in return for my services. Good luck, my lord. Come and see me after your fight.
Are you ready?
Open this gate so we can get it over with.
My lord, might I have a word?
What is it?
The man you're to face, Bayard, he's my brother. The crowd hates him. If you manage to beat him, please, I have 20 silver stags here. Spare him, and they're yours.
I'll make that decision when the time comes.
Listen! We have a new fight. One that promises much. It is time to place your wagers. I give you Baird, the Killer Born. He's quick as the wind and short on mercy. Facing him, we have the Scourge of the Sewers, Red Demon. You've seen him fight here many a time, so you'll know the odds are in his favor. Who will triumph? Friends, I say, let's find out right now! The Red Demon is only moments away from victory. Incredible! Red Demon has beaten the mighty Baird. What say you, my friends? Should we spare the defeated?
Kill him! Kill him!
does the victor think?
A victory is a victory. That's enough for me.
Boo!
Thank you for sparing my brother. Here, this is for you.
So, Maester, how did the wagers go?
They bore fruit, of course. Here's your share.
Once again, superb fighting.
Well, thank you. Where's my reward?
Here it is. Well, I hope to see you fight again before long.